So let's clear this and hop into it immediately. Create a simple Mario clone in Pygame. This is gonna be interesting because it's basically just Flappy Bird, but then the bird is Mario. It can't fly, or unless it doesn't have a cape. And yeah, it's completely different. But it's not that difficult to make a simple platformer. You just have to have a little bit of a person, some kind of gravity, right? So you can just jump and do things, and the rest is just fluff, really. So let's see. Mario. Let's see what it thinks of Mario. So it already has sprites and stuff. I don't know if it generates those or what's the deal. But let's just run Mario, not Minecraft. Let's run Mario. Okay, so we have Mario. We can jump around. We can move around. That's it. Very intuitive controls. That's not bad, honestly. This is the Mario clone of like we don't need Nintendo. This is like top-notch games. This is like 15 stars out of 15, right? So let's just yeah, go on from there. It's Jumpman, all right. Let's see. Please add a floor, and if Mario falls below that floor, it dies. Also add some enemies that spawn from the right, and when touched from the side, Mario dies, but if he jumps on them, the enemy dies. There we go. This is like the real what makes Mario Mario, right? Jumping on enemies to kill them. Like normally we'd just be like, oh you jump on an enemy and the enemy dies, but in some games you jump on the enemy and you die because you're supposed to slap it with a sword or something. So it's very ingrained in our brains that Mario is supposed to stomp on enemies. So this is what makes it a Mario game. If it finalizes its script, it's getting really slow. Then again, it's faster than me ever writing a Mario game. And of course, it's copyrighted by Nintendo, so it's not a Mario. It's not Mario. It's actually just Mario, you know, and it's completely not by Nintendo or anything. This is just some game. Okay, we can jump over them, can jump on them, and then it fails. If we fall off there, okay, there's no falling off because there's no holes in the floor. We touch them, enemy is not defined, huh? So let's just drop this in there and have it fix the problem. And it's gonna be really fast. Oh, actually it's pretty fast, honestly. Drop that in here and call it a day. So now if we touch that enemy from the side, we die. Now if we just actually jump on them, huh, we still die. uh, enemy direct to top. Oh no. Check if player is touching the enemy from the side. Player dies. Player dies if touched from the side. So if else, player always dies. Oh no. The current code, the player always dies, but that's bad. If the player hits the enemy from the top, the enemy should be the one dying. So let's just copy this real quick and throw it in. And let's see. Can we die if we go from the top? Nope. It kills the enemies. Okay, this is Mario basically. I mean Mario. So we don't get sued. Yeah, just kill all the enemies, and that's pretty cool. We just need a score. please and restart the game. Okay, so add a score for every enemy stomped, and please make the game end when Mario dies. Show the score, then allow the player to restart it. Furthermore, make the floor move left as well, and add holes in the floor every now and then that Mario should jump over. Speed of the floor should be slower than the enemies. Any enemies that walk into a hole will also fall in it and die. So now we have a bit more Mario-ness to it. Of course, it's an auto-scroller level, but it's fine. I don't want to make it harder for the AI because generating a level just out of the fly is much easier than having to slow the player down and like make the level consistent depending on how they move and stuff. So yeah, let's just drop it in and play the game. And oh yeah, so we can see, and the enemies are not falling. But there's also no more floor after that. Yeah. R2 restart doesn't even work, but that's fine. And we can ask it to. R2 restart doesn't work. Make it work, please. Also, the enemies are not falling into the holes. And lastly, the holes are not that great. Make the floor spawn in small platforms instead. I hope this works. This is a bit difficult because it doesn't know what it looks like. It just knows what the code looks like. And just trying to write the best code it can. It has to have like a mapping internally that can understand like what each piece of code does and what any change to the code does, but that's not what I meant. Damn it. Let's see if I can. Okay, we get a score at least. And the R2 restart doesn't work still. R2 restart still doesn't work. Fix it. Please. I just want to be able to press R to restart. What is this? User event? Spawn enemy? It's already wasting my user events on stupid enemy spawning. Anyway, let's see if it generated some proper code this time. And it completely removed the platforms. Great. We still can't press R to restart. Oh my god. Let's just revert back to 2 versions ago. Let's try this one. Okay, this is the version I wanted. Let's make it better. So let's just go on this version. And let's clear all this. This is a simple Mario clone, but there are some issues. 1, Mario should and enemies should fall into the holes in the floor. 2, R to restart does nothing. It should restart the game. So let's please just fix the problems. La la la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Demonetized? Doesn't matter, I'm not getting any ad revenue anyway. But anyway, let's try this and hopefully it address those issues. Okay, the enemies are not falling in the holes. I'm not falling in the holes. What did you even do, AI? R doesn't restart. What is this? Did I copy the wrong code? This is horrendous. So let's see, where's the problems? Let's fix it ourselves. Where is it? Where is it? Press R to restart. Restart text. Okay, R. Waiting equals false. Return equals true. It just returns from the game over. Where's the game over coming from? From very many different locations. Great. Let's just make it much simpler than this garbage. Def game. Do that. And just say like game instead of. Let's just do this. This is much simpler. Let's see if it at least fixes the. Hello? We have to actually start the game. Okay, let's just drop into the kill ourselves. Restart. Still doesn't do anything. What? Why? Let me just debug this code. And I fixed the bugs, so now it actually works. But let's still ask it to please. Let's just burn this up because it's bad. Let's add this real quick. Please make gravity fall the player and the enemies into the holes instead of them just floating over the holes. This is getting quite frustrating when the AI does not actually fix the problems. So, but you know, it's not supposed to be good at creating games. It's just good at creating code that seems like it's a game. So, hopefully it's able to understand me this time and add the changes that I requested it to make. It's not that hard to fall into a hole, right? Why are you like this? Just please. I don't want this, please. Just. Did it? Class floor. Full code with the fix, okay. Just drop it in. Okay, so actually, can we fall on the floor now? My, are you kidding me? And it's also not properly spawning the floor. I mean, sure, I can just like do that, but you broke my game. The enemies aren't spawning anymore, and also the floor holes still don't work. Please, just fix the game without breaking it more. This is just showing that AI is even worse than the programmer. It's similar to a programmer where it just tries to fix one bug and introduces 10 more. But maybe we'll stay a bit hopeful and say it fixed the game and it does exactly everything we wanted it to do. Like breaking it even harder. So let's just revert. I think this is still the broken one. revert one more time. And that's the one where we have the enemies at least. So let's see if we can just add the gravity ourselves. Yeah, I think this is a lost cause. This game is not fixable. There's so many like troubles in here. It's absolutely horrible. If you actually look at the screen, you can see here some horrible hard-coded floor heights and stuff. So maybe it's better to just regenerate the whole Mario game. Um, Please create a Mario clone in Pygame. Add a floor with gaps in it that Mario has to jump over. If he falls in the hole, the game is over. It can be restarted with pressing R. Let's just start with the holes and the hole jumping first, and hopefully from there it's easier to add enemies instead. If it can't even get the basics right, then there's no point in making more fluff for the game. So let's try this. Okay, so there is holes. We cannot move Mario though. Great. Now just make Mario spawn on one of the floors and make the floors move left. Also, Mario should be controllable with arrow keys and space to jump. Please just make it controllable, because otherwise it's not much of a game, is it? Self.on ground, there is like screen height, this whole hard coding thing again. That's not that great. Why does it always have to hard code everything? Yep, it's not falling into the hole. Please make Mario fall off the floor if he's touching it anymore, instead of hard coding a floor height. The whole point of the floor holes is that you can fall into them. There we go. That looks better. That looks more promising. Not on ground, then there's gravity and stuff, floors and blah blah. Hopefully this works. This definitely looks better. Maybe it got the memo. Okay, I can jump still, that's great. Hey, oh my god, it's actually working. Let's see if it's actually spawning any new floors. No, it's not really spawning any new floors properly. Please make Mario jump higher and spawn more small little floors he can actually reach. It's not bad. It's definitely better than what it used to be, but it's definitely more difficult than Flappy Bird or Snake. So hopefully this just works out of the box. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I don't like it when it does not understand what I meant, because it's not what I meant. What I mean is to spawn more floors in between the floors, not the small things in the air that he doesn't even climb with. Please just do the thing. It's not hard. It's really not that hard. It just needs to understand me correctly. Like, this is really not that big of an adjustment. No, not in the air. No. Why do you suck so much? It's not even spawning the floor anymore. Let's just revert to like 2 versions ago. Yeah. Let's just use this as a base, and let's hopefully see it actually produce something correct from this. Please make the floors that moves left have more floor. This is a bad way of describing it. Please make the floor smaller and spawn more frequently from the right of the screen so the player can jump between them. Hopefully the jump height was already increased in this version. No, it's not, but that's fine. Hopefully it just understands what I mean so we can actually continue with the enemies. But it's definitely harder to do Mario, huh? It's definitely not done what I wanted it to do. Why are you so bad? Why is it only spawning the floors then? Make the gap between floors smaller so it's easier to jump between them. Also make Mario jump higher and the gravity a bit less strong there. Please. This is so well explained. I can tweak it myself now, I think, but it's supposed to be AI writing the code, not me. I have really low hopes for the Minecraft clone that it has to make in the next video. Oh my god, it's doing something. Oh, it's jumping sort of. But why? Why are you doing it like that? And also my jumping doesn't work some of the time. Why are you like this? What the hell? Let's try this again. Okay, so this is like the version that is pretty dang stable. We just want this, but better. So AI is really bad at holes. Please make Mario jump higher and the gravity a bit less. Also add platforms or like floors in between with small gaps so Mario can jump between them. Just do what I say. Floors with gaps. What is this? Floors with gaps. Is that actually what I wanted, or is this still some... No, this is not what I want. I mean, it's fun, but it's not what I want. Also, the jumping is like... It's very unoptimized. Like, it's spawning the platforms just way too far away from like the beginning platform. I don't know why. So this thing just needs to... So this one should spawn maybe at 150, 350, 650, 850, maybe. Okay, yeah. Okay, but why is my jumping so bad now? Okay, yeah, that's looking better. 250, 350, 450 then. Something like this. I don't know. Playing around with the numbers a bit. The jump is like really sticky. I don't know what is wrong with it. Also, what the... Where is it? Am I misunderstanding these parameters? What is with the... Why is it not spawning? Am I missing something? Alright, I think I fixed the jumping issue and the floor issue. So I can see I created the floors in between. And it's pretty difficult now, but it's definitely working and it's generating new floors and I can jump to them. And pff, adding enemies will be a bit tricky now, but I can fix that. It's not a big deal. So yeah, let's try that. So let's say, okay, well, floors. How do we generate floors, new floors? So between 50 and 200. Well, let's do that between 150 and 400. And when do we create this? Okay, yeah, that should be fine, I guess. And now we want to add enemies to it. So let's just burn this up. Say pi. Let's see if we can add enemies to this. Please add enemies spawning from the right side of the screen. The player can jump on top of them to kill them. But if they run into the side to kill the enemy, then it will kill the player. I'm not even gonna care about an end screen or anything or like a score. I just want this to work. I hope we can add enemy falling into the hole much easier this way. But let's see. Okay, enemies are black, not red. So that's definitely different from before. We still cannot get into them as we expected. Less than or equal. Okay, this looks a bit weird. We do have like an older version of the Mario game that's like actually working, so let's just return this back to its original state. So let's go and reset this a bit. So I think this has enemies in it. So let's see how those enemies work. I was doing some editing on that stuff. But at least the enemies should work here. Just undo a little bit more. There should be enemy. Yeah, this looks good. There won't be any score, but that's fine. Let's just add that here instead. So we'll just have the game over equals true. And instead of this whole shidazzle, now we can paste the player on there. We just don't have score. Let's see, collide rect. Hopefully that works. And then we just have to add gravity for those enemies later. But I think this should be good. Kill the enemies. There we go. We have the killing of the enemies from the previous iteration of the AI. Oh, you can even kill two at once. And they're not even spawning like they're not spawning with the same distance, so that's good. So now we have this version. We just want to copy this version and paste that into the AI. Please make the enemies also drop into the hole just like the player. And hopefully this will be our final version for Mario. Definitely a more complex game, but still surprisingly good. Of course you can just slap some textures on it, make it really into a game, but that's not really the aim of these videos. It's just to show you that it's pretty good at generating some generic basic games, but it also sucks. Okay, can enemies fall into holes? They don't even spawn anymore. That's embarrassing. So let's just add a little bit of grace to it. It spawns a new enemy, but where does it spawn it? It's screen width. Let's add some grace there too, like -100. Oh, yeah, it does spawn the enemies, but they fall into the hole instead of actually moving anymore. So why are the enemies not moving anymore? Enemy self.rect.x plus equals dx, that's the player. So we have this new version where they don't move anymore. We have this old version where the enemies were moving. So let's just copy this, add that in there to the update method. Let's hopefully the enemy speed is still defined. Yeah, great. Drop that in here. And the enemies aren't spawning anymore. Oh, they are. Okay. It's just a very long delay between it. Oh, there we go. Okay, yes, the enemies are spawning. This is definitely how Mario looks like, but I mean, enemies definitely spawn in holes all the time. But now this is working. I can make them spawn only if there is a floor, and also spawn them a little bit more aside. So like, let's just reduce this a bit, and let's just make this spawn a little bit less frequently. And then we just say, okay, if at that point there's floor, so we can say if a point on the screen contains floor, how can we do that? And then I made some fixes, but let's just finalize this game by just asking it to add a score. That should be easy. Did that before. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Thank you. Please add a score every time you jump on an enemy and display this on the game over screen. We gave it all the code. It should be able to just add a simple score. Wait for it to generate. It takes quite a while to generate because it's a lot of code. Just dump it in here. And there we go. Jump. We don't see any score, but Should see it whenever you die, right? There we go. This is your basic Mario game. You jump over holes, jump on enemies. The only thing that's missing is collecting coins, right? Maybe there should also be coins spawning. There's definitely a lot of cool things you could be doing. You could also add like combos if you jump on one enemy and then another without falling to the floor in between. You get like extra score. Let's see if we can do that. Like boom, boom. Yeah, that's a pretty decent score. Display the score also during the game. Make the score you get from jumping on consecutive enemies without touching the floor in between. Give you double the points. Now let's see if that can be done. So let's see, it's generating all the floor stuff again, which I had to manually adjust. Let's wait for it to finish up. Copy that code, drop it in, hopefully we'll have a score counter. Nice. Alright, let's see if we can get consecutive jumps. Nope, just one. Should also just be one. Okay, we could have had a consecutive jump there. Let's try consecutive jump next. If we get more enemies, yes. Okay. Like, we got 2 points there. That's really cool. There will probably not be more than 2 enemies spawning in consecutive. Nope. It could have there. Oh, these are... Ah, this could have been the one. Let's try it again. That's not too bad. Okay. Okay, so they don't double up again. That's unfortunate. So let's see. Okay, so they don't double up again. So I want them to double up every single time. So let's do that. And let's just say do this times 8.7 so we get a little bit more jump height out of it. And anytime it's score, consecutive jumps more than 0 plus equals consecutive jumps times 2, I guess. So we just get it like actually want to like have like double the points, so let's say 2 to the power consecutive jumps. So we get like 2, 4, 8, 16, etc. I think that should be correct. Come on, spawn those enemies better. Okay. I want 3 in a row, at least. Oh, that was like the moment. I didn't know those were like multiple enemies stacked together. Okay, there we go. 18, wow. 21, 25, 33, that's really good. That was 8 points for the last one. 37, not bad. 38, 40. No, it fell into the hole. Okay. Okay, that's 2 enemies. No, my enemy fell into a hole. I've been asking the AI so many times to throw enemies into the hole, and now it finally throws enemies in the hole, and I'm like, no. Oh well. 54, not bad. Okay, can we just get 3 enemies in a row at least? That would be really nice. Okay, no, it fell into the hole, and I fell into the hole. Anyway, I think that's the best we can get it for Mario, unless I want to really spend more than an hour on this. So, it's been a bit of a longer video, but I think the Minecraft video will be the longest. We'll see what it can cook up next time. See ya. Bye.